Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, Lexington police are still looking for suspects after a man was hit by a car off Eastland Parkway during an argument.
A massive hack of a controversial dating website has many questioning how they can keep themselves safe online.
And the Kentucky State Fair kicking off its 11-day run later this morning. We'll have a look at some special deals and all the festivities.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. It's great to have you with us on WKYT on this Thursday. It's August 20th. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. 5 o'clock, time to get up and get moving.
That's right.
Get some coffee or whatever.
A little bit ago, quite a shower rolled through Lexington. It sounds like that is moving on by. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris, tracking things on the First Alert Defender.
Yeah, we had a heavy downpour about 30 to 45 minutes ago here across Lexington, and that's already moved on out. Where we are seeing that right now is actually making its way, say, Flemingsburg, heads up Flemingsburg, Sharpsburg, work your way through North Middletown, Winchester now getting in on the mix, and Richmond, it'll kind of bypass you to the north, kind of like what a lot of some of those showers and thunderstorms did yesterday to Lexington. You go down south, still holding on to a little rain, and there's a bit back toward the west and moving through Casey County. But after that, I mean, you're talking about some really nice air, 78 degrees in the forecast for today. And I even believe some will be 75 to 79. That's probably a good 4-degree window right there. Most of this stuff is going to be during the morning, but afternoon, here comes that September air. I'll show you that coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. We thank you. And new this morning on WKYT, we've learned that a person has died in a Laurel County wreck.
And that crash happened just before 10 o'clock last night at the intersection of Kentucky 30 and Kentucky 3094 north of London. The sheriff's office says a vehicle traveling east on 3094 turned into the path of another vehicle. The driver of that first vehicle died at the scene. 2 adults and a child in the other vehicle were injured and taken to St. Joseph Hospital in London for treatment. Deputies say they plan to release the victims' identities later this morning.
This morning, Lexington police are still looking for suspects after a man was hit by a car outside of a Lexington store. That happened just before 9 last night outside the Eastland Food Mart on Eastland Parkway. Lexington police say some people got into an argument and that led to some shots being fired. No one was hit by the bullets, but police say a man involved in the argument was hit by a car as the driver sped away. The man was taken to the hospital. Police did not know exactly how badly he was injured, and they don't have a good description of the suspect or the vehicle involved in this case. Happening today, Lexington city leaders say they will issue a building permit for the new high school being built in Fayette County.
The school is being built along Winchester Road. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the construction site. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Barbara and Bill. Construction on that new high school can now start again because this morning city leaders say they have finally resolved those traffic questions that were holding up construction. Now, city leaders say that they could not approve a building permit for Lexington's 6th high school because they did not have a plan to deal with the extra traffic that the new school will bring. City leaders say they were able to answer those traffic questions during a meeting yesterday, so they will issue the building permit this morning. The high school is being built off of Winchester Road, and it is scheduled to open in the fall of 2017. The contractor for the site said if it took the city a while to approve the permit, it could lead to a later opening date. However, city leaders say they think the only thing that could delay the project now will be weather-related issues, like some of the rain that we've been seeing this morning. So what is going to be done about the traffic impact to this area? It is already well known Winchester's very busy, handling thousands of commuters each and every morning. Coming up at 5:30, we'll take a look at the traffic changes that the city is going to make here to hopefully cut down on any congestion. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. It's marketed as a matchmaking website for married people, and hackers say they've leaked user information from Ashley Madison. Someone started sending tweets claiming to expose people from Kentucky who are some of the website's customers. Last night, however, that Twitter account was suspended. The leak does have many people wondering how to protect themselves online. Experts say to remember that there are no secrets on the internet, no matter what a website might promise.
I don't think the message is be afraid, be very afraid. I think, yeah, it's be judicious, be careful. Be careful where you put your data that's not on your own machine.
The questions do remain about the authenticity of the information. However, according to reports, users do not have to verify the email address they're signing up with.
A popular theater chain is enacting new safety procedures in the wake of several recent theater shootings. Soon, theater employees will begin searching the purses and bags of customers. This new measure is already in action here at the Regal Cinema at the Hamburg location in Lexington, and people in Texas, Virginia, Florida, and Ohio have already reported seeing the changes as well. Police have a new warning about the dangers of synthetic marijuana. Earlier this week, the Madison County Sheriff's Office arrested a man who they say had 20 ounces of synthetic marijuana in his home. State police say these kinds of drugs are becoming a bigger problem in Kentucky, and police say they're causing more people to end up in the hospital.
It's more potent now than it may have been 4, 5, 6 years ago, and it seems like it's actually being used more.
Synthetic marijuana is illegal in Kentucky. Police say it is often sold under names such as Serenity, K2, or Spice.
Lexington police are looking for a man who stole a donation jar from a gas station. The theft was caught on surveillance video. The Shell station on Polo Club Boulevard had been collecting donations for victims of the Nepal earthquake. But the jar filled with donations was stolen from the counter Monday night. The owner of the gas station thinks the jar had at least $600 inside.
Well, if you like fried foods, free concerts, and a wide selection of Kentucky's finest livestock, you can head on over to the Kentucky State Fair starting today.
And certainly a lot to do. The State Fair continues for the next 11 days. This year, there are a lot of discounts and deals that you can check out if you're planning on attending. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is at the live desk now with a look at the festivities. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning, Barbara. The Kentucky State Fair kicks off this morning at 7, running through August 30th in Louisville. And you know what that means, right? Fair food. I'll have more on that deliciousness at 5:30. But first, some serious fair news. The Kentucky State Fair Board decided back in July to ban the sale of Confederate flag items at the fair. The president of the board said he won't be able to stop the vendors who are already under contract for this year's fair, but they hope they won't go against the new policy. The board also says it's trying to refocus attention on the fair. The 2014 fair saw its lowest attendance in 30 years and a loss of about $460,000. The board says it wants to make the fair more affordable by offering cheaper parking and free concerts. One concert that was not free was Meghan Trainor. Trainor suddenly canceled her show for tonight and the remainder of her tour. The All About the Bass singer will undergo surgery on her vocal cords. Aretha Franklin also canceled her State Fair performance. Trainor's show is replaced with Action Extreme Sports Show tonight at 7. That show is free. Once again, the gates open at 7 o'clock this morning. Exhibits begin at 9. You can buy tickets at the gate. Adults are $10, kids and seniors are $6. If you're under 5, it's free. Parking is $8 per car. At the live desk, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
All right, thank you. And again, they are hoping to increase the crowds. They had a problem last year with the attendance at the fair, but they're hoping that folks will get back to the tradition.
That's right. After a year off, a lot of more options as far as the food, and it's a definite change, you know, the very unhealthy and then the healthy food tent. So you've got
you have the choice.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, it is 5:08 and WKYT this morning here on your Thursday, just getting started.
This cow in Indiana is getting a lot of attention. Find out why her owner thinks she might be the oldest cow in the country in just 5 minutes.
And we're looking outside, seeing that rains taper off from west to east. Here comes some fall-like weather back toward the west. It's going to be beautiful this afternoon. I'll show you those numbers coming up next.